Well, I think that first we got to define what's a safe haven. And for hundreds of millions of people around the world, Bitcoin is the safe haven because it's the only asset that they want to take their hard-earned economic value. They want to stick it into Bitcoin and they never want to sell it. They want to pass it on to their kids or their grandkids. And the whole thing is that Bitcoin incentivizes long-term thinking. Now, that doesn't mean that gold or other assets don't do the exact same thing. But what I think you're seeing is a generational trend where young people want a digital asset. Gold is an analog version of sound money principles. Bitcoin is the digital version. And so what I believe is going to happen is that sound money principles, that debasement trade, is going to continue to be very, very popular in the coming years because people realize that they're never going to stop printing money.
Where are the buy on the dippers right now? Because Bitcoin ain't seeing it at the moment.
Well, here's the thing is if you go back to November of last year, right? So about 1 year ago, Bitcoin was at like $70,000.
Yeah, I
so
know.
it has
I mean,
still
it's
had incredible
run.
performance. If you go back to 2020, it's up 1,500%, right? So one of the things that I like to do is I like to take assets and denominate them in Bitcoin. So anyone can make money when you compare it to the dollar. The dollar only goes down. And so if you look at stocks, the S&P is up 100% since January of 2020. In Bitcoin terms, it's down 88%. So while stock investors think they're winning, when you compare it to a finite asset that can't be debased, they're actually down significantly. When you look at gold, similar story, is gold is actually up about 150% since January of 2020. But when you denominate it in Bitcoin price, it's down 84%. And so again, it kind of comes back to this idea of what is your hurdle rate? Are you trying to outperform dollars or are you trying to outperform a finite asset? For me, I think of Bitcoin as the hurdle rate. And as many people know with the hurdle rate, if you can't beat it, I think you got to buy it.